Hello, GDQ committee again. Welcome to Doom 3 co-op, played on the Last Man Standing mod, one of the most popular mods for Doom 3 back in its heyday. We are using the retail boxed version of the game, had it for like a decade now, rather than the BFG edition that's on Steam, because that edition does not support mods. So going with the classic version here. Compared to last year, we are using a higher gamma, so it's not as dark. That could easily be set in OBS. Makes things a lot easier to see. For anybody not familiar with the game, as this is co-op, and it is a mod, things are broken here and there. We'll be taking advantage of player deaths to skip cutscenes, jumping on each other's heads to get some boosts, shotgun boosting each other. There's a lot of crazy things. And also, we have infinite stamina on right now. Yeah. It is not. And also multiplayer speed is much higher. This, since this is a... the mod runs the campaign in multiplayer mode to have more than one player, so the movement speed's higher, which is nice. Keeps the pace up. And yeah, this level we'll be skipping 3 cutscenes with player deaths. So you're gonna see me die a lot. As Deagle goes ahead. I'm just trying to get a couple little shots there to push him along. Now I just gotta wait for him to call out my deaths. In the meantime, not too much for me to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, let me get this started.
I guess I'll have to look at notes for commentary later.
Yeah, we could probably figure out a few things to explain here. This is our first ever attempt at commentary in this game at the moment.
So, when he respawns, he'll skip
Welcome to Mars.
right here.
First time?
Mars City is a smoke
just leave your
free
bag
I thought I heard that.
only in designated
Okay,
areas.
I'm here. A few things we need to take care of.
Some very serious
This
problems.
is your personal data assistant.
Do I need to remind you?
I think we skipped it again.
Die now.
Dr. Braddock.
Yeah, we skipped it again.
Environment Management Office Alpha.
Uh-huh. I think there's a... Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
There's a weird bug here. Yeah. There's a very weird bug. We're not sure yet why it's happening, where we can skip 2 cutscenes in one death. I'll try to figure that one out. Yeah. I heard the second cutscene, I was wondering. So yeah, it's level 1. Unfortunately, in co-op, you cannot skip the cutscenes like you can in single player. You just press escape in single player to skip them, but that function's not here now. But when a player respawns during the cutscene, I guess it bypasses whatever takes your control away when the cutscene starts.
Only on certain cutscenes. We're not entirely
Yeah.
sure why.
Luckily for level 1, it works on all of them. Otherwise, it would be quite long.
Okay, grab your gear. Now you're ready for combat.
So, well, I guess the last level, a lot of levels we split up quite a bit. This level, we're going to split up completely. He'll be going way ahead, and I'm going to wait at a door that unlocks once he triggers a cutscene. This cutscene we cannot skip, but it's not very long.
On
Just follow
most
the main
levels,
passage
if
to the underground junction and
if the
straight out.
host,
You'll have a
needs
quick
to be ahead,
evac.
or basically if
What
one
better
person
way
needs
to see
get
the
ahead
Martian
real
surface
fast,
than to run across it?
usually Master will do that, but
Okay, you're all set.
in this level,
Oh.
Yeah, keep in
yeah,
mind,
I'm
civilians are working
more
down
seasoned
here.
in straight jumping.
Don't get
so
excited.
I will
Shoot
be
it.
a Shrek to the scientist. So plot-wise, right now, the scientist seems to have gone rogue and or missing or whatever. And I am F and G.
You're that new guy headed for the old comm center, right?
Well, that's what's
Better
already
hustle up now.
I just need to track him down.
All the way there.
Is that death back there? It didn't matter. I like to try that jump, but it doesn't matter if I die, because I just have to wait around for him to trigger the cutscene anyway. I missed it. Oh well.
And under normal circumstances, a single player goes to visit the scientist.
Marine,
and
this
goes
is Sergeant
all the way
Kelly.
back,
You need
but
to
because
double
we're
time
playing
it down there.
co-op,
Search your assigned
I
area and haul your ass
trigger
back to
the
Mars City.
scientist,
Out.
the scientist, and then when all hell breaks loose, Master will already be halfway through the level.
Yep, I'm at the door right now, just waiting for it to open.
Huh? No, no. Please,
Hello, scientist.
You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly
Also,
understand
during
or
these
comprehend.
cutscenes that we can't skip,
It's real.
would be good donation comment
I know.
times.
I built his cage.
So this one, and there's probably at least 3 or 4, something like that, coming up, where a comment could be read quickly.
Yeah, we'll know when those come.
Whoa. I was facing the opposite way.
All units, this is Sergeant
While
Kelly.
Master is
We're under
training,
attack by an unknown enemy force.
go to the
Fall
exits
back to
before
Marine
the
HQ to
I
regroup.
kind of have to breathe there, but I want to. But I have to I don't want to
Yep. Here's another one that we can't skip. This one's very short.
I say again, fall back to Marine HQ and away.
It's pretty much a straight shot for me now. Got to do a few little jumps, kill a couple of things.
This is Bravo team. We've got 1 Marine down, 2 wounded.
Wait, that imp right there.
Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. Main power systems down.
Alright.
All units,
Now, I practiced a little optimization here. Let's see how this goes. First time trying it in a run.
negative ID.
Command HQ.
Well, that was effective. Haha. Practice pays off.
Several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on station stat.
Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2.
Alright, the exit's right in this elevator.
And yeah,
There we go.
I think with that optimization, it'll be pretty hard for me to get that shot.
Roger that, Fire Team 2.
Yeah.
Fall back to the nearest station and set up a CP.
That went
there.
pretty well,
Out.
I would say, overall. Alright, level 3. Turning to Mars City. Not really any splitting up this time. Mostly one player is going to be going ahead here soon.
I am unable to reach Mars City from my current position.
I'm right behind you.
Marine HQ to regroup and await further
Normally
orders.
you have to wait for someone to lower the ladder for you, which takes quite some time.
With some well-timed jumps, though, you can just catch the bottom of that ladder.
So yeah, with friendly fire disabled, you still get a good boost.
Command HQ, this is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone.
There we go.
They're all dead. I'm running blind.
Yeah, you'll see more boosting like that. Sometimes we might use a machine gun to do a little bit of a boost, or a shotgun. And sometimes with the shotgun, we'll do a very big boost.
Depends on the situation.
Yep. How much of a boost we want, basically.
Requested. Video connection established.
Yeah, I remembered the code.
Yeah, we've hit a checkpoint. We have to wait for Sarge to finish talking before we can
Setting up a command
proceed
post
to the
here.
next area, which means we
Monitor
can
status.
probably get a donation comment in here.
Ah, yes, this is another good opportunity.
But, oh, I guess I didn't explain that. Items in the co-op mod respawn after 20 seconds, which is the default multiplayer respawn time for items anyway.
So, in moments like that, we can just sit around, get a little extra ammo,
The UAC is
or some armor, maybe.
Psychological services are free.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, Eagle, I dropped you that shotgun. You're welcome. I'm gonna be suiciding. Yeah, I'm gonna be suiciding at the start of the next level, so I don't need the ammo. Just pass it to him.
Yeah, I'll try to toss the... So, we're gonna have a death abuse where I telefrag him at the beginning, because the elevator is really small. If he stands right in the middle, then there's nowhere for me to spawn but on his face.
And since my respawn, I'm not going to have a shotgun. He's going to try to throw it out of the elevator. So I can pick it up after I respawn, hopefully.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that was alright. Yeah, I saw it right away.
So
I'm
the
telling
host
you now,
gets to
Doctor, the
move around,
UAC is
I
taking
trigger
over this
cutscene, but
operation.
You don't get to move until a bit later.
Is that what you're calling
It
it?
still cuts the cutscene short.
Okay, I'm right behind you.
There's a bit of a flip there. Can't get past
Alright.
the door until it's gone.
More death abuse right here, waiting for a cutscene.
And go.
Alright. Ah, good. Imp's out of the way. Perfect. So now, while he is trapped in that room, I managed to spawn outside of the room. And then I can just pick up the PDA and get to the exit here. PDA in this game, it's basically like keys for a door, like in the original Doom, how you get a red key. There's panels that require security clearance, so you need to pick up a PDA to update your security clearance. Tried to be all clever.
Yeah, and you're not supposed supposed to break the cutscene this way. Like you should
Yeah.
have a person respawning. So it removes the pinky, and I literally cannot get out of that room. I was completely trapped. But fortunately, with a teammate outside, I will basically teleport to the next level.
Alright. Alpha 1. You're gonna see the first head boost here soon. Your teammates are solid, and you can stand right on their head. You won't bounce off of them or anything like that.
Please follow UAC procedures. Warning. EPD laser
I'll get in here quickly. Okay.
The
Now,
spell that you normally have to shut off to jump through the fire.
It deals 75 damage, so as long as you have enough health slash armor, you can survive it. So I'm going to be on low health after I go through it, but there's some health pickup soon. I'm just going to be trying to catch up to Deagle. I might be close enough to help you with a maggot, I'm not sure. Nice. Hello, go ahead. Oh, you suck? Alright, there you go.
That's weird. You usually
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty
I don't
close
have
to you
to
that
be-
time.
I don't have to be ahead.
Used to it that way. It's alright. Mind the zombie in the dark. Don't worry, we can't see him either.
We're
You don't have to shoot it.
Spawn and Camel, which are the couple NPCs that we saw right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And here,
Okay.
like this, so it's not really a cutscene, but clients can move around but the post can shot. So I'm just gonna do advanced. Here's another head boost. There's a PDA up top that we need to open this door. Normally you
Get
have
it?
to go around, and that takes a bit of time.
And it's so easy to do the head boost. Alright. So, if you catch up to these NPCs in time, the one is carrying a BFG, which many people are probably familiar with. It's an actual weapon that the NPC is carrying. You're not supposed to be able to catch up to them that quickly, but if you do, you can kill them in one shot and pick it up, which is very useful for a boss coming up soon. Deals a lot of damage.
Well, by soon you mean 3 levels from now.
Soonish, yes. Alright.
The alpha sector.
There's a little skip there. There's supposed to be a pusher in front of that door that pushes you away from it as the body's going through. I don't know why that movement works, but if you do very specific crouching, I think you can crouch right underneath the pusher and get through it.
Only one person can get through it, so I'm a little bit behind
Oh.
faster. But I can use the machine gun to push him through that a little faster than he can basically solo the best.
Whee. Yep, it's all on me now. Ah.
I'll notice some issues here. I think it's client experience.
Yeah, I mean, this mod, co-op did not release with this game. So multiplayer was not really made to do this. So there are some hilarious bugs sometimes in this mod.
Wait for that elevator so I can get down safely.
Alright, so I just strafe jumped my way through a very dark area. Takes a surprising amount of practice to know all the twists and turns there. There are so many dead ends. You're supposed to wait for a guy with a lantern to light your way, but he's very slow. We don't need that guy.
He's very slow and he's a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
That was close.
I'm actually telling you right now.
Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area.
Okay, so right there, you're supposed to activate a ladder. Once again, it's a very, very slow ladder. Oop, there we go. It takes forever to descend, and you have to fight a lot of these spiders and everything, or you can just jump on top of the health cabinet and get right over the railing.
Yeah, very slow as in probably over half a minute.
Yeah. Alright, got the imp, there we go. Pretty clean. Here's my favorite section of the entire game. I like to call it the claw. Toy Story. Toy Story, excellent movie. Just have to be a little efficient with your button presses here. It's best for the client, or not the client, the server to do this as client. This is a little bit buggy.
It's pretty choppy.
Yeah.
Toxic gas levels decreased 50%.
So I just cleared out the area so that we wouldn't have to deal with as many monsters later. And this would be a good time for a donation because all
Definitely.
I have to do is wait
Warning.
for the crane to finish.
Toxins present.
Yeah.
Please execute cleanup procedure.
The first one, the first barrel I dropped manually, it's a bit faster. It's the second barrel, since it's the last one, I can just click transfer item to incinerator, so it does it automatically.
Toxic gas is cleared. Waste disposal area now safe for entry.
Wait for Deagle. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, forgot about that. So once you kill the imp that Deagle killed in the center, and the Z-Sec that I killed on the right here, it starts a timer. It's quite a long timer for some reason. The developers put this in here.
It's
No clue
tension.
why. Tension, yes. Building tension. You just gotta wait for some enemies to spawn in the room now once the timer's up, before the door unlocks.
Yeah, I have some time to grab some extra armor and ammo here. And then
Get
we
a
can
few
wait and
kills.
have another donation comment.
Yep. Quite a few opportunities in between all the action. There's 4 spiders that will spawn. Deagle's taking the left 2. I've got the right 2. Should be pretty soon. There. Alright. And while he's going that way, I'm taking a little detour. There's a chain gun over here. That is going to be handy when we fight the boss. And then I have some time to catch up to him. Alright, that's the end of Alpha 3. Oh god, it hit me too. Yeah, they fly around pretty randomly and they have a lot of push. Sometimes they like to get stuck in the window as well and make it really hard to go through.
Okay, we are going into the level with the first boss of the game.
This is where that BFG that we got a little while ago is going to come in very handy.
Actually, I don't remember. Should we be using the BFG here or on the Hell Knights later?
Either way, the Hell Knights are, it's when they're introduced, I guess you could kind of consider it a mini-boss, and they take a while to kill. That's a bit later in the run. You could use, maybe use a couple of shots, charge it a little bit for the Vagary. That might still be useful.
Base schematics show all passages out of your area blocked. The only way through is by traversing the EFR, mechanical subsystem with toolbox. Activating the system will get you a direct route, but it's dangerous. Scanning the service bridges with the lighting.
Yes, this is replayability. There's multiple paths.
Good luck.
So that's one area where the client is consistently frozen for just a little bit once the door opens. You gotta be careful. Okay. I held up for a moment there just to be safe. You have to be careful there. If you're ahead of the bridges that are extending, the gaps between their sections, you can fall right through there and die.
I'm gonna change on it.
Okay. So yeah, for a bit of safety, you could wait just a moment for the bridge to finish extending. Which I sort of did. Here's the boss. Vagary.
Oh, how pretty.
Looks like he's in love. Oh god. Oh please no.
Yes, they do
Okay.
hurt.
Yeah. That's a thing in this mod. She doesn't hurt that much in solo. In multiplayer, if you don't have enough health and armor, she can one-shot you. It does a lot of damage. So you have to be quite careful coming in here.
Yeah, it is quite ridiculous. And here, what is this? The longest cutscene in the game after the intro?
Hey, the longest and most action-packed cutscene.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
My insight looks...
Quiet.
And the most bug-free.
This is
Yes.
Lee. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam.
A possible donation comment here as well. Unless people would like to watch the action-packed cutscene. Either way.
We'll be able to call it. Donation comments until this cutscene is over.
Yep.
I'm gonna be a little bit slow and get some conversation.
Yeah, I would like to get 2 or 3 myself.
Warning. Coolant rod 2 offline. Main
Okay, I got 3.
reactor operation temperature exceeding safe
Every time you click
levels.
that health station, you get 10 health out of it.
Team is down.
So I was trying to be careful not to take it all. Let Deagle have a bit. We were both pretty low there.
Needed to send a distress signal to the fleet.
Main reactor operation temperature exceeding safe
This map is another...
Fast.
that didn't really boost you. This map is another great example of being able to split up in co-op. I'm going to be going to replace the coolant tube, and he'll be waiting to go through a door. And if he wasn't waiting at that door, just like the second level in the game, I would have to come all the way back and get to the door myself, which takes a long time.
Attention. All personnel evacuate the facility. Warning. Reactor core temperature 235 degrees Celsius. All personnel evacuate.
Yeah, this is a big reason why, if I had to take a trip back, it would take forever. Long, unskippable
Reactor core
platform.
temperature 585
Really hit
degrees
another
Celsius.
donation comment in here. Because I just need to wait for Master to hit an unlock button, basically.
Warning. Reactor core temperature beyond acceptable levels.
So right now, because the Bravo team that we saw in
Marie,
the cutscene,
you gotta find that transmission card. If Swan gets his hands on it,
bunch of doors are locked.
Warning. Reactor core temperature.
I'm about to be hitting that
900
button.
Celsius
There it is.
sealed. Please contact plant management for immediate assistance.
You'd think that there would be an automatic system where it can replace that thing itself when it's broken. I don't know why we have to hit the button. Gameplay mechanics?
Do you see the card?
no, sir.
Okay, let's get to the communications facility. We can stop the transmission from there.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
And by the way, that's the guy that we killed earlier for the BFG. He's magically alive again.
Yeah, originally I believe the developers wanted you to kill him, but they axed that.
Hazard doors now open. Coolant rod
Glad the playtesters didn't catch that one.
And now it's up to me to finish the level.
Yep, I'm just kind of hanging around here, getting some weapon respawns, getting a bit of health. Always good to be stocked for the future levels.
Over here. We were hit. I don't know how much farther.
I think this guy will get out of this just fine.
Transmission card. We can't stay here.
Go, buddy. Be safe.
We better move.
Oh, watch. No. Alright, not bad, not bad. We're about equal with our record right now. Pretty good so far.
But there was that run where we were a minute ahead.
I also started my splits late, so whoops.
Good, good.
Your spawn. Every time when Deagle spawns here, it's right when I'm trying to do a strafe jump.
Yeah, so when someone
Can't quite get the
spawns,
jump going.
they're- everything around it gets
Marine,
up
get
towards
your ass to the communications facility as quickly as possible.
That includes the enemy spawns too. Crawling's pretty slow, so it's nice in co-op. Give your partner a little bit of a boost. It also looks pretty nice. There we go. I pretty much bashed my head against the ceiling there. It gives me such a crazy boost. Standing in that corner, normally an enemy would be spawning there. That pinky demon right there, he would spawn earlier. You can spawn block though, if you stand right where they're gonna spawn. So we don't have to kill them. There we go.
Normally you have to take a lift that takes quite a long time to go around.
Yeah, I'm right next to the lift right now.
Alright,
Also, you have to be careful here.
Accessible.
Okay. Those railings, the powered railings there hurt a lot that the lift travels over. You have to be very careful to avoid those as you're jumping around. Oh, and here's the Berserk power-up. Call back to the original Dooms. Increases your damage a lot, movement speed a lot. Oh, okay. You're right in the doorway. Nice. Ah, caught the floor again.
So my job there was just to hit that airlock as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because this, the door before it only unlocks when the zombies are all dead at his level, berserk level.
Yeah, there were a bunch down there I had to kill after I picked up the Berserk. It only opens the path ahead once you kill them all, so you gotta memorize those spawns. And since you deal increased damage, you can one-shot all of them.
Marine,
Which is quite nice. Oh, I am. For some reason, when you hit this elevator button, sometimes it just sort of doesn't work. So I become a bit OCD, hitting it over and over again to make sure. Flashlight fight.
Here we go.
Power fluctuations in main communications port 4886. Attempting insulation.
Alright, so there's going to be another really significant setup. Same idea as the other ones. Setup, I meant split up, sorry. Same idea as the other split ups. I'm going to be waiting for a door to unlock. Once he triggers some dialogue. That zombie is so loud. Ooh, okay.
Here's the head boost.
Alright, so there's a cycle here, this machinery. It's very dangerous if you are standing in front of it when it's doing that thing. So we can just head boost to save a little bit of time to get by it there. And now this time... Yeah, we get an NPC to, I don't know if I want to say he's helping us.
He's unlocking the doors.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, he got stuck on you.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
to... do you need those shells?
Probably not. Let me see. Ah, I got plenty.
You gotta be careful walking
Yeah.
over the sentry, because he'll stop and look at you for a few seconds.
It is adorable, but it wastes time.
Yeah, so every volley that... Uh-oh, I think it looked at you.
Nope.
Yep, it looked at you.
Come on, sentry. So you want to try to kill things as quickly as possible, so that it doesn't try to shoot at them, since it has to stop completely to fire. I'm just following it to make sure it doesn't try to turn around towards me. Okay.
Clear, yep.
And we can split off now. So I'm just tracing my steps backwards now towards the door that's going to be opening. There is an alternate way around when you're playing this map normally that leads around, but since I'm not forward where Deagle is, I'm just going backwards.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be running into quite a few things.
I am supposed to go to the top of the communications tower to send a distress signal by
Marine,
Sergeant.
computer system shows Swan and Campbell are still in the area. Watch out for them.
Sergeant's
Get that
orders
transmission
was to
sent.
Send that signal, but Swan and Campbell, the guys we killed earlier, not story-wise, they want us to cancel that signal.
BFG, I think, is what I'll call him.
BFG guy, okay.
Manual upgrade
Yeah.
established.
Marine,
Yeah, so
you
here
hear
he
me?
is telling me to
back off from that
cancel
console.
it.
Do not
We
call
actually
for
want to
reinforcements.
cancel it
We don't know
because
what
for
the
whatever
hell is
reason
going on here.
there's
Until we do, this
the
area remains under
exit door
UAC
trigger
control.
comes a lot sooner.
Cancel that transmission.
I think the dialogue's a bit shorter overall, and it waits for the dialogue to be done.
Transmission terminated.
You did the right thing.
So I didn't really try to push my pace too quickly because I'm waiting at the door now for him to stop talking. Anyway, we might best split. Come on. Doors open. Exit's right in front of me. Oh, we just missed our best split. That was really close.
mostly clean.
Yeah, so that, again, that saved, that split up easily a minute, I would say.
Yeah, having to backtrack all the way down, it takes a lot of time. Co-op is really nice for that.
It's a little bit difficult sometimes at bridge there when it's collapsing. There's a lot of weird hitboxes and things you can get stuck on. Trying to jump off the side of it. Debris, yeah. So you have to kill these enemies for that door to unlock.
That's pretty clean.
Revenant intro. On this map, again, the theme, splitting up. Lots of time to save. Not quite yet, yeah. Soon. Ah.
So we're gonna be using
I missed that zombie.
I can still move around and tell this
Now, before that split up, here's a big shotgun boost. Ooh, alright, there's a bit of a backup here. There we go.
I didn't quite make it over that cabin machine getting me up there, and now it's up to me to finish level.
Okay. So the angle, that shotgun blast angle to get him directly over the shelving units is very tight. But luckily there's a pretty good backup if he lands on that ledge. Also is the first rocket jump of the run. Pretty much right now, I don't need to get ahead really, but the rocket launcher will respawn, which is nice for me to pick up since there's nothing else I need to do anyway. I might as well go for it.
And here's the first rocket jump of the game. Right to the exit.
And I just get that, it's pretty close. I almost don't get that rocket launcher. I have about a second or two before he exits when the respawn happens. Timed pretty nicely. So this level, you were supposed to hit a panel and get trapped in this room early on here. But, I'll explain in one moment. Come on. But when you look at a button to hit like that, it takes your control and you have the little cursor on the panel. So No. So when you back away from the panel, it takes a little while before it gives you your control back, where you can still influence it. So if you run away from it quickly enough, you can get through the door and still activate it.
On the client side, at least, you're going to hear two different user voices because when I decided to cancel or send the signal, this is the dialogue.
Yeah, the single-player game, it keeps your choice. Multiplayer can't track that. There's no way to track that, so both of them end up playing. Right now, I'm just clearing some stuff out. Deagle will be coming back to that area to exit in the future. So I try to take a few things out so it's a little cleaner for him when he gets there. So I have extra time here. Just waiting for this door right here to open. Okay, I got there just in time.
There's quite a bit of splitting up. I don't have that much time to get back to the exit.
Yep, just gotta trigger this cutscene. And then I'll be doing a rocket jump. You're supposed to kill the mancubus you're about to see coming out of the pipe and a couple extra. That takes forever. Or you can just rocket jump right over a railing. After you kill them, a little ramp lowers. Or you can do that. See you later, mancubus. For a little bit of safety, I'm picking up some health. Okay. Yeah. No. Alright, nice. Monorail. More donation comments coming up.
Monorail is around the halfway point in the game, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we're roughly halfway through right now. Another unskippable cutscene at the beginning.
A lot of people mistake this Marine for Sarge, but it's not Sarge. Sarge does not turn into a commando, he turns into something much worse.
Yeah, we might see that later.
Might.
Maybe. Poor expendable Marine man. He had a family. People forget that.
Environmental Reprocessing Center. Next stop, Site 2.
So, in multiplayer, in this mod, the maps are modified a bit because a lot of doors in the single-player campaign, when you go through them, they could lock behind you, or you get to areas in the map where there's a point of no return, and things like that. So in this mod, since there's multiple people, if one guy went ahead, the other guys right now would be stuck where Deagle is. So there is a little teleporter that they can use to go forward and catch up to their teammate. Which, I was just going to say which Deagle is going to exploit to warp ahead of me and be a little bit faster here. Okay, taking less bend. On the straightaway.
That's the portal, the green thing. You'll notice that my gun is flickering. Okay, so there's a script that
Warning.
Yeah, this ends up being a little bit tight for Deagle here.
Airlock security override enabled.
Okay, so yeah, he took the teleporter so that he could enter the code to unlock the door for the train while I stayed in here and waited to activate it again. And now he took another teleporter so that he can get ahead immediately. There's not much for me to do. I can rocket jump to back him up just in case.
Please report to Delta Complex Access
the rest of the level should
Track
be
sensor failure detected.
Yeah.
Warning.
Safety strats
Automated
and all.
turret guns online.
And I like to rocket jump, so why not? Ow. Like to rocket jump directly into an imp. Alright.
Warning. Automated
Delta
turret
one
guns
time.
online.
Yeah, so I say was, while he's on the train, my gun flickers because there's a script that disables weapons, and clients don't handle that really properly. Anyhow, that was a really minor thing.
Yeah, they don't want you killing the guy that's on the train, so they remove your weapons. Oh. We try to do a shotgun boost there, just across to the other wall, because there's a little panel that gets blown out and gets in your way. But, kind of missed it. It's alright.
Up there. Got the key. And when I go back...
Oh, hello, sir. After you.
When I go back to where Master first hit that panel, I will unlock more doors for him. Got it.
Ooh, I got a nice boost forward. Thank you, Commando. Commando just came in behind me. Gave me a... Right when I was jumping, gave me a nice damage boost forward there. I love it when the enemies help you. So, coming up, there is a potential rocket jump I've been researching. Honestly, it's pretty dangerous. I'm probably not going to do it. It saves a little bit of time. It's not too big a deal.
A few seconds maybe at the risk of you dying.
Yeah, 5 seconds, something like that. Basically, I would be rocket jumping over a pit that will kill me right here. I'm just going to go around, though.
Once he hits that switch, I can get through the door, trigger something in order to enable the exit, and then I can escape.
And there we go. Okay.
That's a hit certain trigger.
And I'm just going to collect a few bits of ammo that I don't need. Nothing for me to do until he exits. Get some armor. Yeah. Stocking myself up. Ooh.
Cut it a little bit too close.
It's okay, I got more shotgun ammo. Thank you.
Okay, that's actually a first, so that is really
Yeah. Yeah, just gotta change up that timing a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
I only lost
on.
about 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was a full backtrack. In terms of Doom time, that is actually significant.
Yeah, this run is very heavy on the skill. I don't even think there is any RNG that I can think of in the run.
I need that armor.
Okay.
So here's another part where we exploit the client being able to move. I'm just going to do this rocket jump while the cutscene's happening.
And I need to quickly catch up. Since I respawn without a rocket launcher and chain gun, I'm going to drop them on the ground here. That out, and then we're going to do a cutscene skip, so I'm killing myself.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
You're not one of them.
So once you drop those weapons, there's a, I think it's 20 seconds until they get removed. So I need to make sure I got them back. There's usually plenty of time to pick them back up.
We let it through.
And that preserves all the ammo too.
Protective stabilizer on the portal just failed after Petruga took the device. It was an artifact we had found in the ruins. He took it into the portal, and hell followed him out.
Should have made some progress.
You have to help me first.
Okay, 31 health. I'm gonna take a second, just to be safe here. Okay. Ooh. Activating now.
That was a little bit slow there.
Yeah, I went for some extra health for safety. Oh, okay. Wow, there's a lot here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I am on really low health now. You might need to exit. I can't really go through there.
I'm really hurt as well.
That was a lot more than usual.
Now we'll get the teleporter working again.
So I hogged everything
Systems
because I
activated.
will have to go ahead.
Teleportation will commence in T-minus 3, 2,
The next level is
1.
Yeah.
Rocket jump. Pretty close to start.
Now, if you didn't do that rocket jump, you would have to basically play the entire level, which it's probably at least a couple of minutes. It was a pretty big oversight. You can do it in single player as well. It requires stacking some grenades and rocket launchers. Yeah, they didn't clip it off properly, so you can get right up on a balcony.
I believe I was the first to discover that. Oh yeah, didn't mention that. I didn't mention that. I was speedrunning this game before the first SBA speedrun went up back, what, a decade ago?
Long time.
Okay.
Here's the room.
Okay, that
There you go.
corner is a little bit
Yeah.
tricky sometimes.
It's very precise movements, a lot more precise than it looks, to get over the little corner there. You can also jump straight over the railing sometimes, but that's very tight as well.
Yeah, you'd have to crouch and be going at just the right angle to hit that. But the backup, if I had practiced it properly, would have been done much faster.
Still pretty good though. Alright, we're gonna be I guess we're not gonna really split up on this map much. But I will be trying to follow behind him as a backup, because this has one of the most dangerous tricks in the entire run, I would say. It's also a bit tricky.
Everyone is dead.
I didn't mean for it to sound like that. The trick is very tricky. Yes.
Naturally, my backup for this very risky trick. We're going to not trigger the residence.
Oh, apparently he wanted me.
Well, hit the hallway for me.
Alright. There you go.
Selected.
So sometimes that UI glitches out a little bit and has a delay, but we were able to avoid that.
And here's the part where I catch up for a backup just in case. He's going to be passing over a pit where he could fall to his death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to be safe, kill a few things. Okay.
And there it is.
There you go.
Straight to the exit, avoiding a teleporter, having to do another teleport.
That's a pretty big skip. There's a couple of different ways to do that. You could do the rocket launch like he did, or you can do a couple of strafe jumps to build up speed, jump off of the railing and across the gap. Which, there's a decent setup I have for that, but it's definitely harder.
Helper jump is enough.
Yeah.
I actually forgot if in multiplayer you might be able to jump straight from the railing to it. A circle jump. But the most reliable way is just...
Possibly.
Or at least the safest way is just to clear out some of the enemies and do it. You can't just flip.
Oop. I haven't had my shotgun out. Whoops.
Okay, I can finally use the BFG. Yeah,
Yep.
that bridge.
Yeah, it's funny. They clipped it in the middle of the bridge so you couldn't jump across, but they didn't think about the sides. You can do that in solo too, but with lower speed, it is very difficult.
I was able to.
Yeah.
I forgot what that escape.
Your hell awaits.
Much faster. So we could have either used it back there at the Vagri, the first boss, or here. It was probably a bit better.
Using the helmets probably speeds things up a bit more.
Yeah. Here now in every Doom game, the obligatory hell level.
Which is probably one of the hardest. hardest ones to run.
Yeah, I'll be taking advantage of the Berserk power-up again here. Getting a lot of speed, doing a pretty crazy rocket jump.
But first, you kind of have to wait for Malcolm to trigger the evil boxer to calm for a while. This could be a good donation. Since we're just
Yeah.
doing a commentary run right now. All of our weapons have been taken away from us. You may have noticed last level, we just kind of lost all our weapons already. So that, yeah. We got sucked through a teleporter or whatever. We have to recover.
So here, you're supposed to be killing, there's 3 imps, and once you kill them, a bridge forms, but the clipping for the bridge is already there ahead of time, so you can stand on it. Basically, the bridge that forms is sort of just a visual, so you know where it is. So if you jump over a gap, yeah, there is a little beginning segment that's not there. You have to jump over. It's just a little section. Okay. And here is Precarious. I always hate this area. I just took it a bit safely so I wouldn't die. Oh my god! Wow! Alright, never mind. So, yeah, I'm just gonna suicide again. The respawn's reset, so I'm gonna suicide again to pass the area. Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit slower, but it's not too long because I have to wait.
So yeah, I got through the area, and then a Lost Soul, the little flying head, hit me backwards. Yeah, I got it, yeah.
So, another kind of fine feature I'm just gonna do is reversing now. So what I was just able to do there, when you pick up that plasma gun, kind of, you're supposed to not be able to move, but since I can still do stuff, I was able to pass that plasma gun, which was instrumental in boss fight at the end of the session.
Oh! That's not good. Oh, I died from that ball. My rocket jump was... Yeah, my rocket jump was off to the side. That usually goes much better in practice. That's disappointing. Alright, yeah, I'm behind now. I'll just, sort of play catch up. And I will clean up all of these things that's trailing behind him. Oh my, you've left quite a few things back here.
Yep, now you know how I feel.
Yeah, usually I get that rocket jump and I'm the one that's ahead. Yeah, I don't need to.
So this Guardian has some invulnerable phases. I use a plasma gun to fire and hopefully be able to kill him before he becomes invulnerable. So while he's vulnerable, he's only vulnerable while he's spawning those flashlight dudes. You'll see in a bit. Also, Client Bug, he's already dead.
Yeah, Deagle has to shoot at the light bulb above his head. Guess he had a good idea. And there's one cycle.
Yeah, the plasma gun, it's not necessary if you fire the machine gun at just the right time you can get it, but it certainly helps to have the plasma gun just so you can start firing before he actually is vulnerable.
Because of the projectile travel time. And that's the end of hell.
I can still move around as a client, but it doesn't really matter.
Have to wait for this teleporter to open up anyway.
And now we have, well, we have...
Yep.
I will get it next level though. In multiplayer, the Soul Cube cannot give you health.
But it is still very useful for the final boss. which is to say, necessary.
It's useful in some of these areas sometimes, because it deals 1,000 damage.
Oh, I actually do, thinking about it, I suppose I do use it on this level to kill one enemy that will be in my way. You need to kill 5 things to charge it up, and then it deals a lot of damage to whatever you're aiming at when you throw it out.
Yeah, so since this is basically a solo job, since he's host, he will be completing the whole mission without me, and I will just be collecting ammo in the meantime for next level.
And I'm gonna kill this guy, because a chain gun is very nice here. Clear out this whole hallway of spiders. If you have arachnophobia, I'm sorry.
No, they should be glad because you're killing the spiders.
You know, fair point. It's a pretty straight shot. There is an elevator coming up. You're supposed to activate it and ride it down, but you can just not do that and fall straight down the shaft. It's not too much falling damage. It's only 10 there. So that's a soul cube right there. Takes that guy out a bit faster than I would be able to kill him.
I believe the chain gun deals 25 damage per bullet in multiplayer.
Also, Swan, no. Passed by Swan. He's not in very good shape. Okay, almost at the end. Luckily, for one person having to do the entire level, this level is pretty short. I think probably this is one of the shortest levels where we just use the regular pathing and don't do any special tricks, really.
Only level where one person has to do everything.
And that. As you can see, Deagle's dominating the scoreboard. That's another thing this mod does, by the way. Depending on what skill you have the game on, it gives you a score when you kill enemies. It saves it to the leaderboard at the end. So you can see we've been practicing a bit.
There is Campbell.
BFG man again.
Really early on, but hey, he's still alive.
Where are you hiding?
He is a bit bloody. Clearly we beat him up. Okay, so I needed to open that cabinet because I do not have a rocket launcher, and there's one right in there, very conveniently. And I'm going to need that pretty soon. It's a nice skip. Normally, in this area up ahead here, you have to go all the way around, find another elevator, ride that elevator up to get to the next floor. It takes forever. Or you can just rocket jump. No big deal. Which also, I don't think we mentioned that the multiplayer rocket launcher gives a lot more push than the solo rocket launcher. Probably more than twice as much,
There are
easily.
a lot of multiplayer changes. For example, the plasma gun has a magazine and a door for you.
Yeah, too late. It's fine. Tiny optimization, yeah. It's getting pushed to the right. Not really. But you tried. You just tried to push me towards the panel to open up the elevator a little bit earlier.
There's some minor optimizations that in theory would work, but they're a little difficult to pull off.
Yeah. Always nice to try, though. Ooh. I was running up against you there.
Yeah, things in the ceiling.
Alright. So while he's seeing that exit, I just like to go into the side room, get a little extra health, a little extra armor. More the merrier.
I killed that pathetic.
So, if you like Sarge, you might want to look away once we get a bit into this level. Spoiler alert.
He's a good guy.
Was, perhaps. Now he just wants to kill us. Alright, so killing 2 enemies allows you to spawn that arc vial, the guy with the flames for hands, basically. And then he opens up the door. We don't need to kill anything else. Those are the only enemies that matter for the door opening. And yeah. Oh yes. Again, we are jumping over a pit that can kill us. And we both got it. We put quite a bit of practice into that one. Ooh, I think you killed him.
Just the wrong angle. Then
Yeah.
you're gonna be off to the side, or you might undershoot.
Alright. So yeah, that was that didn't really work. Oh,
There you go.
whoa. Okay. So yeah, you barely got to see him, but that was Sarge, taken out pretty quickly. Pre-firing that plasma gun again because of that beautiful projectile travel time. There's about 10 minutes or so left in the run now. Nice split up on this level again. Yes.
Oh, and here's another case where the client gets to do stuff while the host doesn't. Try to push him ahead.
Like trying to push his buddy to the end of the hallway.
Well,
Oh, he walked forward. Oh.
oh, yeah.
If you're right, yeah. If you're right in front of that Hell Knight when he comes out, you can get just to his left side. But if he takes an inch forward, that gap closes. That'd go around the other side. Oh well. Tiny optimization here. Oh, I just missed it. Oh, come on. Wow. There we go. Alright. That's actually a pretty tight jump there I found recently to get over that railing. Doesn't save too much time. Looks nifty when you do execute it properly, which I did not.
Yeah, I am clearing out the area so it's easier for
It's right there. There's a guy behind that door that blocks your way and tries to talk to you. So I just pre-fire as the door's gonna open and take him out in one shot. Get out of my way, scientists. I am a monster. And now I just gotta wait for the final lift.
So I'm gonna activate the lift for him to use to travel to that area.
I'm going to try to get some more plasma gun ammo, so I have time for the respawn.
Cavern
Should.
sections unlocked. Freight loader returning to station.
There we go. Alright, and we just gotta ride this thing. Could probably get another donation comment in here. I think one would probably fit.
Yeah, we'll have another elevator coming up. It'll take
Yeah.
some time.
Also that freight loader that I was just riding. Nothing to note here. So Caverns 1. This one has some pretty at least one big rocket jump. There are 2 rocket jumps, I guess.
No.
And a small one at the beginning. There's a small one at the beginning and a couple of bigger ones.
Basically, there are a few rocket jumps here.
Yeah. I'm trying to count them all in my head, there's so many.
I guess there's one big rocket jump that would turn into 2 small ones, pretty safe that way.
That's the first little one there. I'm right behind Deagle here.
Walk around the stairs and all around. Yeah.
I'll get a shotgun here. If you don't, he can spawn a couple of things.
It's like the health
Yeah.
can.
Oh, you're at 91.
It's not
Alright,
great
so
because most of the responsibility for the next for the rest of the level.
Oh, wow, I'm getting hit. Coming. I might be in trouble. We'll see. So I took a few hits back there. Okay, I made it. Chain gunner, got him. Alright. I'm going to try to be very careful here because I'm on quite low health. I'm going to wait for respawns. Okay. I have some time, quite a bit of time actually, to wait while he activates some stuff up ahead. I'm just filling up on my health and everything before I safely take this jump. I'll be showing off a different rocket jump here myself. There we go. I like that one.
Being a little bit careful there. Didn't quite stick the landing, but made the rocket jump across the chasm.
The more careful the better, I say. Marathon safety. Maybe. There's a balance. Alright, so this wall here, yeah, the Doom Marine, he is very sticky, and he can stick to slanty surfaces. So instead of going all the way through, Deagle's taking the regular pathing because he has to kill something to unlock this door. So instead of following him, I can just take that sticky wall all the way down and be ready at this door ahead of time for when it opens. There's a few things he has to kill at the bottom of the area.
An Arc Vial, a Wraith, and an Imp, which I am about to kill. Here's the Arc Vial.
There we go. Alright, 2 levels left. Almost there. And we're pretty much even with our personal best right now. I guess technically it's the co-op world record for the Last Man Standing mod, but that's not a category.
Because nobody runs this, but I mean,
technically it would be a world record. It's just a shame because co-op is a lot different than the solo game. Lots of coordination and some changes in the mod. It is quite a different run. No. Oh, you're behind me. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go by there. Deagle's a little bit better at strafe jumping than me. Just a little.
Yeah.
Better if he's ahead, so he doesn't get caught on me. My slow butt.
Okay, it's the familiar vagary reactor there too, but these ones, for whatever reason, will hang on damage.
It's quite a bit less. Yeah, I wasn't sure if my plasma gun was reloaded. Figured I'd just go for a chain gun. This level... I guess this level, yeah. Might tie the other level that I said might be the shortest using the regular path, because there's no tricks in this one either. Just some efficient enemy dispatching, I'll call it.
Yeah, just clearing the Arc Vial, 2 Hell Knights and 2 Vagaries to proceed.
And we are at the final boss.
And because we obtained the Soul Cube earlier, should be able to get 2 free shots off right at the beginning.
Yep, it's already available, which is quite convenient. And here the Doom Marine shows his dimension-breaking abilities.
Good old co-op mod.
Yep. Nice high-resolution textures, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like this game is old.
2004.
Yep. Where's the time go?
Divide and conquer time, and there might actually be, after we explain the boss battle a little bit, might be able to change the
Possibly, yeah.
So, kind of divide and conquer here. There are, what, a total of 4 different spawns here, and we need to defeat the soldier.
Yeah, there's 4 triggers around the area in the front, back, left, and right that span their respective sides. They're set at random spawn intervals. I think it's somewhere 48 seconds, somewhere in that range. It's completely random, so we both pretty much just jump back and forth, trying to random within a range. Yeah. So we try to jump back and forth to hit our 2 triggers that we're both running over, hoping that we get some good spawns.
Gotta be careful with the cyber demon getting too close to spawns. He can trample players and to like one shot them if he steps on them. And we don't want that one. I need to keep my
Yes.
It's a little bit close to him.
I see he's on me. As long as he's not on it yet. Oh, I think he just trampled a maggot.
He may have trampled that, I'm not sure.
So when he has sight on you, if you hide behind an object and he can't find you, he will attempt to path to you and walk away from the spawns. I was just trying to hide there to cause that. 3 more throws left. 2 more throws left. Looks like Deagle's gonna have the last throw. So when I get my next one out, I'm going to try to get an enemy around me and bring it to Deagle so he can charge his soul cube a little bit faster. Alright, there we go. Got a maggot coming. Maggot and imp this way, right next to each other. There we go. Time. Alright, I started my splits a bit late. I'm gonna add a minute, so 1:10:36.
Not a sub 10, but pretty close.
Almost. Compared to the submission last year, since we found the cutscene skips in level 1, we're actually doing level 1 this time. So it does add another minute and 12 seconds or something like that to the beginning of the run.
So we're actually faster than last year's submission.
Yeah. So there you go.
The major screw-ups would be me not hitting the trigger properly on Delta 1 and Master Square a rocket jump on Hell, I think.
Yeah, that's the first time I've missed that in the run too.
And that was the first time I missed a trigger, because usually I'm like, oh,
yeah.
once I'm past this point I should be okay, right? But not the
It's
case.
not a... But hey, it's not a good speed run if you don't have a first at some point, right? That's how we learn. That was still a very solid run though. I'd be pretty happy with that.
And as long as we don't make
Yeah.
mistakes, the run should go pretty well.
And well, it did go. So thank you for consideration. Hope we get to run Doom 3 this time around, especially with the new Doom that just launched a little bit earlier this year. And thank you for your consideration. Let's watch him fly into the screen here. Cue title music. Have a good day.